Alrighty doody da boys, we're back. Morning spirit coffee time. Something like this. Something like that we got going on this morning. Yeah. I got my coffee. Not a lot of it though, because because well, I've just started drinking less coffee basically, or less or you could say weaker coffee. I just put one scoop, one tablespoon, not tablespoon, one teaspoon of coffee, and I need to, and and then I cannot fucking what's the word? I cannot put as much water on top of it because it's just gonna be all, clear, maybe a little bit brownish. So I don't have a lot of it. But I got a little bit of it, so we're good. Yellow. I've started liking yellow color more. Interesting. I used to like green very much, but not really anymore. Well, I like green in nature, but um, the sort of like bright green color on clothes or summer. I'm not a fan anymore. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Not well, actually not weird. It's not weird that people change. I'm not sure why I wanted to use that word. I probably should have went for it's interesting. It's interesting. People change. I remember this thought on back when I was smoking weed, clearly. So yeah, you would get your weed, you would smoke. It's a certain experience, a certain flavor. And why is that? Well, you could say because of the environment, maybe. It's getting a little bit colder these days. Maybe something happened in your life, so you're in a certain way. So just boom, a certain flavor, and just some time pass. Um, you got you get your new weed, and maybe it's a little bit like I don't know. It could have been like a different strain. I doubt it though. And the experience changes. Not like dramatically, you could say, but it changes. Like the flavor. Well, it depends how much time has passed, but it does change. It does change for sure. So, yeah. Pretty interesting thought I've once had on weed, I suppose. Here we go. mm, I've heard that like the smell of coffee by itself can like spark something in you, like I don't know, like um maybe dopamine, I don't know. Only smell. Yeah, coffee is a drug, ladies and gentlemen. Coffee is a drug. It's a good drug though. There's good drugs. But it's a drug, you know? I absolutely fucking hate when people, usually older folks, think that a drug is something that's that it must be illegal, that drugs are only illegal, and what's legal are automatically not drugs. I fucking hate that shit. It's so not true. I mean, I understand their point of view because well, not all of them, but a lot of, illegal drugs are really dangerous and harmful. But also there's shit like weed. So yeah. Or people don't even think that coffee is a drug. It is. It is. Like like you can feel like when you drink coffee consistently, it's not like that anymore, you could say. Well, of course it's really tasty, it's good. Maybe yeah, it does have an effect, but once you stop drinking coffee for quite a bit and then go for like a pretty strong cup of coffee, then you know that it certainly has an effect, you know. Anyways, so much talking. I haven't even tasted it yet. Mmm. You see, you see, I'm smiling, dude. Now tell me this substance named coffee does not have an effect, and if it does have psychoactive effect, it usually you could say it's a I mean, technically speaking, you could say it's a drug already. Although shit although shit can make you smile even if it's not like a proper drug, but you get what I'm saying though. Let's see, what do we have, dude. I feel good. um um alright. Popular. I'll ask Reddit. What's something cool you recently learned about? Dude, I'm pretty interested to read a little bit. On December 21st, 2020, Jupiter and Saturn will align such that you can see them together in the same telescope. And even with the naked eye, it's called the Great Conjunction. Conjunction. Why do I struggle with this word? Okay. Interesting. Dude, I wish I had actually I wish I had like a proper telescope. Dude. Because I always I've noticed a phenomenon where when it gets colder, all of a sudden the skies are more clear in the night. I'm not sure, maybe it was just coincidence or what, but yeah. All of a sudden it starts getting colder. Immediately during the nights I look up and like, wow, like, holy shit, like it's like like, wow, yeah, basically whenever you see the sky clearly, so I see the beauty and profundity of it, sort of almost like looking at infinity, you know? It's fucking, it's crazy. Oh shit, I remembered, um, I, I like, I like how Joe Rogan, talks about, yeah, how he talks about the sky. So basically he says that, you know, back in the day, people, there was no lights, you know. There was no, yeah. There basically the main point. There was no lights back in the day, and you know, I'm not sure of which times he's talking about specifically, but I always imagine like ancient times, you know, almost like in like tribal type shit going on, and you know. And yeah, well, Joe Rogan says that, you know, every night they get confronted with the just the bigness, the profundity, you know, the infinity, because yeah, every night before sleep they, and it sort of like puts everything into perspective, you know. It like you can, like, sometimes you can feel like you're you're just so big, and then all of a sudden you look up at the sky, and I'm gonna tone it down a little bit, you know, because the profundity can do that shit. It's beautiful, but it can also, it can also, yeah, it can also scare you a little bit because of the greatness. Um, Shit, where was I? I'm not sure. I was somewhere, but yeah, well, you see what I'm talking about? Even from imagining, like, like this sort of like profundity arose in me, and I got lost. I got lost of where the fuck I am. Good shit. Cheers. Hmm. God damn. Let's see what else do we have. Alright. The average color of the universe is FFF8E7. X triplet value and is called cosmic latte. However, oh my god. However, this was only after the calculations were. Oh my god, my reading fucking skills, it's so bad. I did. However, this was only after the calculations were corrected, and before the correction it was believed to be a minty turquoise green. Alright. Minty turquoise green. Yeah, it's, well, it's probably they're probably I don't know shit. I'm just gonna make that clear, but they're probably talking about like you know, like in yo dude, why the fuck am I getting errors in my brain right now? They're talking about I need more coffee. Hold on. They're talking about like like a full spectrum of colors, you know, probably. Yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say. Shit, this is, yo dude, Reddit is actually really interesting. The origin of the word happiness is from the Middle English hap, which has to do with chance and possibility, as in happenstance, or perhaps. Okay. So happiness was originally about the feeling of good fortune, getting lucky, the chance that something could or could not occur, and then it goes your way. Happiness is that specific feeling when something that could have gone horribly wrong goes amazing and well. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's actually it's really interesting. Shit, I feel bad right now that I don't remember like exactly, but I would always get fascinated by like uh like Latin words or some shit like that. Which was it? Hold on. Well, after the stream, I need to look it up and just ingrain it on into my mind because I get fascinated by it. So it would be cool to be able to express it as well. Um, so well basically I think the word spirit or in that I'm not sure if it was Latin something okay spiritus or well it's a little bit different and well the core is the same obviously but and originally it meant something like breathing or breath like oh spirit we're talking about spirit like soul you could say and back in the ancient world originally it meant breath and it's so deep when you think about it breath dude it breath it's like sometimes we don't even think that we just forget that we're sort of breathing we could not go more than fucking 3 minutes without it most of us so it has tremendous um tremendous fucking wow my brain is not working correctly I gotta need I need a little bit more of the coffee thing or maybe it's actually maybe it's not the coffee maybe it's the cigarettes the nicotine because I don't have cigarettes today and I've started smoking it's a long story I have stopped for 6 months then now I came back into it into smoking and I'd say pretty heavily not like extreme heavily but pretty heavily and yeah today I don't have any cigarettes so maybe the lack of nicotine is like fucking up with me fucking up with my brain yeah could be I'm not sure but yeah spirit breath it has like breathing exercises if you do it consciously obviously if you learn a little bit about it if you actually like you gotta stay conscious after like the breathing exercises because something could change you could feel a little bit better but if you're not gonna stay conscious if you're not gonna stay aware of of yourself of what's happening you're not gonna be able to like to witness it happening and yeah and then they're gonna be like well I don't know I don't feel anything and you're gonna stop doing breathing exercises I could use a couple breathing exercises right now maybe it would stop my stuttering and all that shit um hum But yeah, recently I'm not necessarily new. Oh my god, what the fuck? English language, dude. um I was gonna say, you could say this year I've became more more aware of just, you know, the power and the importance of breathing and staying healthy, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys know Wim Hof, but Wim Hof, ladies and gentlemen, he's oh my god, he's actually, in my eyes, Wim Hof is a legend, like literally a legend. He's a like, well, obviously he has like a lot of breathing techniques, a lot of breathing exercises, and he's very conscious about it, about, you know, your body, not, you know, well, basically he's able to make his body, well, oxygenate his body more well enough, more greatly, and all that jazz. And he's done a bunch of like experiments with scientists in laboratories. For example, they would inject him with viruses or bacteria, I'm not sure. Well, basically, you know, they've tried to make him sick, and then he would like, I can meditate or breathe in a certain way, and, you know, and he didn't get sick. Yeah, it's actually really fucking crazy. Like, he instructed, I believe 12 people to you know, to do those breathing exercises. Um and those 12 people, they didn't get sick as well from the injection. But then there was other 12 people who got injected with that shit and didn't do anything. And I'm not sure if each and every one of them got sick, but they got sick. Yeah, he's done like yeah, he's a legend, and the, you know, the shit he does, it's like it's absolutely crazy. He's able to stay in the cold for, I'm yeah, I'm just gonna say he's a legendary dude. And if anyone of you watching this, if there's anyone watching this, feel interested by him, check him out. But yeah, breathing. For example, you know, I would feel like I would stay at home, and, you know, sometimes you just have sort of like a shitty day, you don't do anything, you lay for most of the time, and, you know, your body just closes, your breathing is just, it's just shallow, you know. And especially if you're smoking cigarettes on top, which I do, which I did, at a certain point I would just feel like, literally feel like, just like not well, basically, sort of like closed down, like this I don't know, man. I mean, it wasn't that bad where I was just fucking where I needed an ambulance or some shit. Not that bad, but you just feel that, you know, not moving, not living, you could say, not breathing. It, yeah, it makes you. It, yeah, it's not really good. Um. And then I decided to go out, and, you know, some people don't like going out. Like, for example, some people don't go out if they're like, if if no one of their of you know, of their friends are going as well. It's fucking crazy. I can go alone, dude. That's fucking crazy to me. But I think there are people like that. Or maybe they go alone, but only when they have something to do, or like to a shop, you know. But like literally deciding to go and take a walk or go to like a forest or something alone. Usually people don't do that shit. Usually. And 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 yeah, where was I? um so yeah, whenever I don't move as much, don't breathe as deeply, I get this sense of being closed down, sort of weakish. I decide to go out. I walk, and you know, everything changes immediately, almost immediately. It's not like I needed, like, yeah, it's not like I needed like 10 minutes of walking in order to like feel light. Like, and it's, I think it's psychological as well. Yeah, I think the physical aspect and the psychological aspect, I think they connect. That's how I live, at least. That's how I see things. You know, for example, mm, you know, you psychologically you feel like shit. You're not doing shit physically, usually. Not always, but I've experienced that. Oh my god, English language. I've experienced that myself. Let's say I'm speaking from my own experience. Let's say, and yeah, you know, I feel like shit. I don't do shit, or and it paradoxically you could say it goes the other way around. Like, if I don't do shit, like, because I have this sense of pursuing my path, my road, and creating something. If I don't do that shit, then I start feeling psychologically like, yeah, worse, you could say, or bad, or down, and it's sort of like a spiral, you know, which, and you can go down the spiral, and yeah. But it's fairly easy to get out of it. Now I'm wondering if you know, you don't, the scenario. You feel like shit, you're not doing shit, you're not moving, um, you're not active. Alright. Is it alright? Is it possible to you know, just somehow, we're talking about getting out of it scenario. Is it possible to first off become psychologically well somehow, or like just raise yourself or motivate yourself up, and then that psychological aspect of yourself inspires going out and, you know, just moving your body a little bit? Because I've just had a thought of like that it almost never happens to me like that. I think usually it's sort of like the other way around. Like, you know, you feel like shit, you don't even want to go out, sort of, in a way, but you still do because somewhere deep down, you know, it's gonna help you, you know. So yeah, I've just had a thought of like that it's the physical aspect that first off inspires shit in me. But I don't know, like I've said, for me, it's well, I'm not gonna get into that topic of like non-duality and shit. I'm not gonna get into that topic because it's really bizarre, and I don't even like Nah, fuck that shit. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that, for me, sometimes, not always, I don't always feel like that, but I can sort of like see, you could say, that everything's one in a way, like even literally sometimes. And the physical aspect sort of like intermingles with the mental aspect, and it's almost like one thing in a way. And not like that's I'm starting to get into this topic, but I'm gonna stop myself. But yeah, sometimes it's like you can experience shit literally, like whenever, whenever philosophers or mystics or weird type people like me talk about their experiences, I think a lot of people could misunderstand and think that it's like we live normally, but then we like to think a lot and just we have a bunch of crazy ideas, and it's just thoughts. It's not just thoughts. For example, you have a philosophy. It's not just a philosophy in your head. Like it's almost like a rabbit hole. You go down there, and like your reality, like literally your reality changes. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm not sure, but yeah, it feels like your reality fucking changes even. You know? Like yeah, your reality shifts in a way. It's not like it's not like like it becomes completely like something different, and you're like you're not even walking anymore, you're flying, or it's not like that. But well, basically the thought that I'm trying to express is that you start, it can well, in the beginning it can be just a thought, just an idea or inspiration, or like something which your intuition tells to follow, and you don't know what it is, and you think about it, and it's not stable, it's just sort of like just thoughts. But once you go deep enough with like psychedelics and shit, or like I don't know, like 3 to 4 good years of like fucking meditation, self-inquiry, going alone into the forest, and all that jazz, and once you go deep enough, it's yeah, your reality shifts. Yeah, I'm not sure how else to put it. Like I'm looking for a way to put it more like uh constructively, constructively, but yeah, well, basically what I'm trying to say that it becomes really fucking real sometimes. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end on this note. Shit, yo, I'm actually really happy right now because even though I didn't like, there's no viewers, and I'm just chilling here by myself, but I'm happy because this coffee time thingy, it it went really well because I didn't even needed like a lot of Reddit reading to do in order to like inspire thoughts and shit to talk about. Like I've just talked from within, from myself, you could say. Yeah, it's really weird. And if I can tell you this much, it's not easy to like, for example, try to like, you have this goal of doing 1 hour of talking about like Not just random shit, but something more interesting, you know? And if you're alone, if let's say a podcast scenario, if you're alone, it's really fucking difficult. It's really fucking difficult to do that. Yeah, and I was sort of able to do that, so I'm happy. I'm happy. Um, but yeah, if anyone's watching this, I appreciate you, and I'm sending chakra for you, and it's gonna be all right, supposedly. um, yeah, peace, I suppose. Lovely. Good shit.